Welcome back to Astrology, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Cailin, and today I'm going to be doing your February 2021 tarot predictions for your zodiac sign. I will be leaving timestamps in the description box below so that you can jump straight to your sign, and feel free to watch for your sun, moon, or rising sign, or all three if you like. I also do monthly horoscope videos, and they're published at the end of every month. So if you want to check those out, please subscribe to Astrology and you will be notified as soon as they're released. Well guys, without further ado, let's jump straight in. Hi Aries, Sun, Moon and Risings. Welcome back to Astrology. Let's start off with your Oracle card and then we'll get into your reading. So we've got Amethyst, Transformation, Certainty and Confidence. All right, let's dive straight in. I'm going to be shuffling your tarot cards, but then I've also got some other oracle cards which I've already picked out. Oh, okay, flying out today. So we've got the Nine of, oops, I missed one. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and we also have the Ten of Swords reversed. I'll just hold these ones up so you can have a little look. Okay, so this excites me. Sorry, just ignore that sound. This excites me, Aries, because you're going through a huge transformation, all right? So with this Ten of Swords being reversed, we can see that all of these swords, all of these daggers are falling away. So you're actually at the end of a cycle. This shows completion, and as we saw with the Oracle card, transformation is afoot for you guys. Now with the Ten of Swords, in the recent past, you may have felt as though there might have been someone who betrayed you, or it could have even have been like a group situation, or just something really didn't go to plan and you were left feeling as though, you know, you were like incapable of sharing your ideas and moving forward. Okay, so with this crow and all the swords here, you know, you can't move when you have that amount of pressure pinning you down and weighing down on you. But the 10 always refers to the beginning of a new cycle, and this shows me that you're actually getting over whatever has transpired. Okay, it could have been the end of a relationship, it could have been losing your job, or your work, something to do with work ending in unfortunate circumstances which left you feeling really uneasy. For some of you, yeah, it could have been a breakup or the end of a friendship. Now with the Ace of Pentacles here, we have a brand new opportunity for you. And with the Pentacles, this pertains to the earth element, which means that this is to do with something of material value. So it could be your living circumstances, it could be a pay rise, getting a new job, starting a business venture, or even just the beginning of a new hobby. And this is actually giving you a sense of feeling as though you're heading towards independence. Okay, so with the Nine of Pentacles card here, if this is in relation to work, this is about being able to build a solid foundation and eventually become financially independent. For others of you, you're no longer in a codependent relationship or friendship, and this is the start of a brand new journey for you. Now look at your astrology cards to give some more context. Okay, Scorpio reversed, second house reversed. Yeah, so this is all about emotional security and financial security. And in this instance, they really seem to be linked. Okay, so it could be that the relationship that you were in, you were relying on your partner because maybe they had a higher earning than you, but they could have been like lording that over you in a way. And this really speaks to feeling as though as though your actual worth as a person is linked to your earning capability at work or what kind of professional career you're in. So I'm seeing that you are finally getting to know the difference between your value as a human, as a person, and in terms of what you bring to the table in a relationship and in a friendship. And also seeing that money isn't everything, but once you actually detach from that need to have a certain figure hit your bank account every month, you're actually free to break away from this like hungry mindset for the money, for the coin, and actually focus on the things that bring you joy and bring you pleasure. Now with your next oracle card, I have the Shield Maiden. Make plans and focus. And I actually didn't even talk about the first quarter. So making decisions, obstacles, taking action, and momentum. You are definitely gaining momentum, especially with the Ace of Pentacles, which we saw at the beginning. Something has been seeded, something has been planted, and now it needs your attention and it needs a bit more nurturing from you. So, you could have had like an initial breakthrough and now you're sort of not sure which step to take next. And a lot of this is to do with not making decisions which are based on the financial earning capability, okay? If you have a brilliant idea, you really need to focus on the way in which you are inspired to pursue this idea rather than how much money you can make from it or how to make it, blow up and make it go viral. I don't know why I'm talking about it as though it's something to do with the internet. That's just what came through. Your next card is third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. Okay, the initial idea, as I said, is great. It's fantastic. But now we really need to fine tune it. And just because you're going back and reworking that idea, it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with the outline of the idea. Okay, you're not scrapping it. You shouldn't take it as a knock to your confidence, Aries, because you've got a solid opportunity here with the Ace of Pentacles. This could even be money coming in from someone else, whether that's to invest in your opportunity that you have presented, or it could be a new business partner that's coming in or work opportunity. I see a lot of different things here. It's interesting, we've got work, money, finances, and then we've got like the emotional side of it and the friendship side of it. Now, at the beginning of the reading, when I was talking about a friendship ending or a relationship ending, this could actually have been something which was in the deep past, okay? It doesn't actually need to be in the recent past, but your experiences from that opportunity are informing your current mindset and your current reality. And you really need to do away with that because, as we saw, you are going through a huge period of transformation, and these new friends that are coming in or business partners or the work opportunity, you can have confidence in them. And we see the word certainty here, okay? They are a sure thing. So you can really let go of your doubts. For those of you who did experience some kind of betrayal, however recently this was, this new opportunity or these new relationships that are coming in, they're not going to do that to you, okay? And you really need to not look the gift horse in the mouth with this Ace of Pentacles. With the Nine of Pentacles here, I can really see that you have learnt your lesson when it comes to being either in a codependent relationship or situation, or even just overly dependent or overly reliant on like a business partner or someone who was helping you out. This could even have been like a personal assistant or someone who was just like temping and filling in and helping out with whatever project it is that you've got going. But a new dawn is upon you, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Risings. You don't need to be looking back over your shoulder into the past, because if you're looking backwards, who's going to look forwards and see what else needs to be done? Now, your last oracle card is Contemplate Death and Beyond. And this card was actually reversed, all right? So I really see this as being figurative rather than literal. So contemplating death and beyond being reversed is showing me that you're not fully over whatever ending took place, okay? Again, it could be work, relationship, friendship. You might have been unceremoniously evicted from your house or from your apartment, wherever it is that you're living. Yes, it definitely could have been living circumstances, and now you're afraid to commit and take on something new, okay? But contemplate the fact that whatever you went through was karmic and it's finished and it's done, okay? We're not going to go back there, and wallowing in the past is not going to allow you to focus and make adequate plans for the future. Now, lastly, Aries, I am just going to do an animal totem card for you. I'm going to pick one out and then I'm going to read the description from the handbook. And if I didn't say it at the beginning, this is your February 2021 tarot predictions. Now, I have the sea serpent, okay, and it was reversed. So I'm just going to read this one out. Okay. Sea serpent. Right on point, guys. Healing emotional wounds and expressing desires. The sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives and in other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. Okay, Aries, that's it for your February 2021 tarot predictions. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a like and please subscribe. And I will see you guys for your February horoscopes and also your tarot predictions in March 2021. Take care and I'll see you next time. Hi Taurus, Sun, Moon and Risings. Welcome to your February 2021 tarot predictions. Let's start off with your oracle card and then I will shuffle some tarot cards. Okay, number 15, we have the Temptress, seduction, deceit, a broken promise. All right, let's unpack this. It's quite heavy to start off with, isn't it? Three of Swords. I mean, it checks out. Judgment. Okay. And then we've got five of Wands. All right. So we've got the Three of Swords, Five of Wands, and this card was reversed on the end. All right. So Taurus. Whatever wrongdoing you experienced from someone else, you know, as crude as it is to say, they will get what's coming to them. All right. So with the Judgment reversed, you feel as though someone who did you dirty did not get the punishment or the reprimanding that you expected them to get. Okay. And you are feeling you know, you're feeling pretty filthy about this, all right, with the Three of Swords being upright. You're definitely not over it. And, you know, with Judgment being reversed, you actually need to step back and look at what your part was to play in this, okay? So I feel as though, yes, they definitely, you know, they definitely did the wrong thing, whatever the situation is, but you contributed to, all right? This could be the breakdown of a relationship or of a friendship, or anything which, you know, was going smoothly, or you thought that everything was fine, and then all of a sudden it fell apart. And even if this feeling is not being projected onto a person, it's onto a situation. You are feeling like something that happened was completely unfair, and you're like, no, I, you know, wash my hands clean of this. I had no part to play. This was totally not my fault. You know, there's no blame. My conscience is clear. That's not quite right. Okay, so you know, it could have even have been like a tiny thing that you did or that you contributed. And the reason that I'm bringing it up, Taurus, is because there's an opportunity for you to actually see things clearly in this situation. Okay, so, you know, with the Temptress card here, seduction, deceit, a broken promise, you know, let's just hone in on the seduction part, because at some point along the way, you ignored a gut feeling. And, you know, Taurus, you guys are earth signs, you're very intuitive. Deep down, you had misgivings and you knew that something was not quite right. So to actually, you know, put all the blame onto another person or onto another situation is actually like rewriting history. And the reason that it's even important is because you actually need to take accountability for whatever occurred. And I know this sounds like, you know, I'm shaking my finger at you, and I'm totally not, because I'm a Taurus too. So I'm listening to this being like, but, you know, let's look at some astrology cards just to give it a bit more context. Interesting. I have the Taurus card here, I have the Jupiter card, and then I have the Stellium card reversed. So you've shown up in your own reading, Taurus, and as Taurus, obviously. And the fact that it's next to the Jupiter card here means that, you know, whatever part you did have to play in it, you can stop beating yourself up for it, okay? Jupiter is about forgiveness and mercy, all right? So, you know, I feel as though you don't want to actually like look at the situation and what occurred, because the moment that you recognize that you did something wrong, or that not even wrong, that you could have just done something better, or you could have said something, phrased something in a different way, the moment you recognize a mistake, that's when you go into a tailspin, all right? That's when you start flipping out and going like, oh my God, I've made this big mistake. And, you know, for Taurus, that can be one of the reasons why it's really hard to say sorry, or really hard to admit, you know, defeat, or when we're wrong, because, you know, it's like throwing the baby out with the bathwater. If you made one mistake, then it's like, I've just got to like discount everything that happened. It's not the case, Taurus. You know, give yourself a little bit of leeway. You know, you handled it to the best of your ability at this time. What I'm referring to is looking at things retrospectively now, okay? You can't change the past, you can't change your actions, but you can learn from what took place and how you acted, or in some cases you may have overreacted, okay? With the stellium energy here, the stellium refers to 3 or more planets being in the same sign or in the same house. So I see this as being like a real intense focus of one type of energy, whether that was being upset, being really angry, being really cold on the other hand. You know, it can be on opposite ends of the spectrum. I just see that there was quite a strong reaction to something which occurred, or even, you know, a person, again with the Temptress and a broken promise, maybe someone promised you something and they didn't deliver, whether it's didn't deliver at all, they didn't deliver in the time frame, but, you know, you can temper your reaction. And I know with Taurus, it's like, if you're angry, you're really angry. If you're upset, you're really upset. Otherwise, you're just like, I'm zen. You know, it's kind of all or nothing for Taurus. And I see that as well with the Jupiter card, because that's like an overly focusing on one thing, or kind of like Jupiter expands whatever it touches. So it's just like expanding that emotion, and things kind of maybe got a little bit out of control at one point. Even if that's just in your own mind, it doesn't have to have been you losing it at another person. It could just be that in your own head you were overreacting to a situation, and then that made you like question other things around you or the person or the situation. Now, one of your other oracle cards is, funnily enough, Air Guardian. Shift your perception. Okay, the Air Guardian wants you to shift your perception, shift it from the situation which took place. There is an opportunity for growth. There's an opportunity to learn from what happened and not take it so personally. I feel like a lot of you, you know, just coming back to the Three of Swords cards here, you took a situation to heart really, really intensely, okay? It's time to remove these daggers so that your heart can heal from this situation, and so that, you know, you can focus all of that beautiful, loving Taurian energy onto things that actually matter and things that are now currently in your control. There's no point worrying about things which are out of your control, which I also see with the Five of Wands card here. You know, the Five of Wands is really about being in competition with other people and battling with other people. And in some instances, you know, the Five of Wands can be like flaying a dead horse, okay? You know, you just keep going and going and going, and like you kind of get stuck in a bit of a loop where it's like if you're perpetually talking about a situation or perpetually thinking about it and like wallowing in it, you know, you are going to attract more of that energy to you, okay? Because manifestation works both ways, all right? It cuts both ways. It's not just about, you know, oh, I want this dream house and I'm going to visualize it, think about it, then I'm going to get it. Have you ever noticed how, you know, you might have a friend or someone in your life who's like, oh, all of my relationships end, or I always attract the wrong kind of guy or girl or partner or whatever. And lo and behold, they always get into shitty relationships, and you're just like, wow, like they really do. But it's that intense focusing on something which is going to give you more of that energy. It works for the negative, it works for the positive. Where energy goes, where attention goes, energy flows, okay? So you get more of what you focus on, and that's something to really be mindful of, Taurus. Now we've got have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. Okay, you know, a lot of you guys are focusing on what it is that you want to pursue. It could be in terms of like a career, a new business venture, a new hobby, and maybe, you know, this situation which took place, which, you know, was a bit of a knock to your confidence, was to do with something that you're really passionate about and inspired by, and that's why it hurts even more, right? Because, you know, when someone says something that's like below the belt to a Taurus, a lot of the time they can just be like, whatever. If it doesn't actually, you know, apply to you individually, you're like, no, that's not me. But when someone actually hits a nerve, Taurus, I mean, we, as I said, I'm a Taurus, we're so sensitive, okay? So whatever that person or whatever situation took place that offended you, you know, you need to maybe look into, why did it trigger you so much? Was it something that you were already like insecure about or already thinking about? You know, when we get triggered by things that people say or things that people do, it's because there's either a tiny bit of truth in it, or we're already like fixating and worrying about something and they've just sort of like unearthed it, and you're like, whoa, I wasn't ready to like even acknowledge that I was feeling this way. Now, your last oracle card is, it's a no. All right, that's interesting, Taurus. If you had a question in mind, the answer is no. If you came to this reading wanting an answer, whatever this pertains to, it's a no. And, you know, let's just unpack this card for a bit. It's the number 16, okay? So 1 + 6 = 7. And with 7 in numerology, or at least in terms of tarot, it's about reviewing things and revising things and looking at your options, okay? So maybe you're wondering if, you're running out of options? The answer is no. Are you running out of time for something or to make a decision? The answer is no. You know, I also see, like, it looks like a tape measure, but it's not. It's actually got all of these like ancient symbols here, but then I see you know, some mathematical equations and figures in the background. So, you know, if you're worrying about things not adding up, you don't need to be concerned, okay? With this Temptress here, you know, seduction, deceit, a broken promise. It was only broken once, all right? If someone did break a promise with you, Taurus, you don't need to be concerned about, you know, this happening again. You know, if you're wondering, is a certain situation going to happen again? The answer is no, all right? So, you know, despite the fact that the Judgment card was reversed, I feel as though after you watch this reading, things will be done and dusted, and you won't really have to, you know, dwell on this situation anymore. You won't have to worry about if you're going to make the same mistake again, because you will not. Now, lastly, I'm just going to pull an animal totem card for you and read out the description. Okay. I've got the tarantula here. I know a lot of you are scared of spiders, but you know, you don't need to be scared of them as well, not in this reading, okay? You know, the spiders in this deck are actually quite positive. Spiders are so creative, they're resourceful, they're quick on their feet. Do they have feet? No, they don't. But anyway, let me read it out for you. Tarantula, at a crossroad, claiming life's purpose. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose, or dharma. And for those of you who don't know, dharma is the opposite of karma. Dharma is the merit, or the spiritual merit that you have accrued in past lifetimes that you are now reaping the rewards for in this lifetime. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream, yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. In order to find true happiness, you must choose dharma. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers, patient and calm, like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely. When in balance, follows intuition. When out of balance, hesitates and over-intellectualizes. To bring into balance, daily journaling. Okay, Taurus, that's all I have for you for February 2021 for your tarot predictions. If you'd like to see your February 2021 horoscope for your zodiac sign, please check out the links that I will leave below. And actually, no, I'll be posting this video first. So subscribe to my channel and you will get notifications when I post my horoscope videos. If you enjoy the video, please like it, and please share and subscribe Castrology if you enjoy my content. Enjoy February, and I will see you guys next month. Hi Gemini, Sun, Moon and Risings. Welcome to your February 2021 tarot predictions. Let's start off with your oracle card, and then I will shuffle and pull some tarot cards for you. Okay, Ganesha, clearing away obstacles, protection and guidance. I feel like you guys might have gotten this card last month. Okay, let's see what we've got going on. Ace of Swords reversed. Ooh. Three of Wands reversed. Oh, Gemini. You guys are doubting yourselves and you're doubting all the plans you've made, and it's keeping you up at night. Wow. All right. Let me show you these cards. Like I said, they were all reversed. I'll just give you a good look-see at those. Okay, so obviously you guys are air signs, okay? Geminis, Libras and Aquarians are all air signs. And with the Ace of Swords being reversed, the aces always represent, swords always represent air, and aces always represent the raw potential of something. In this particular instance, I feel like you're doubting yourself as a whole. I don't even see this as like an idea that you have, or like a new job opportunity. I see this as you doubting the entire path that you're on and really questioning things. And, you know, with the Three of Wands being reversed, I see this as doubting your abilities to even plan for the future. You know, the Three of Wands card is always about your ships coming in, and I feel like you've put in so much hard work into something and you're just looking around being like, where are you? I can't see you, ships, and, you know, the return on all the investments that I've made of my time and my energy and like my life. And this is absolutely keeping you up at night. With the Nine of Swords card being reversed, I see this as like doubling down on these concerns and these worries. And, you know, some of you are waking up in the middle of the night and just like stressing over, you know, what it is that you're trying to do with your life as a whole. And, you know, others of you, even if you're not waking up in the middle of the night, it could be that it takes you ages to fall asleep. Maybe you're suffering from insomnia. Maybe you're flat out insomniac, or perhaps you wake up and you feel like you're not rested. There's something here about poor sleep quality and, you know, like mental anguish or your anxieties, which are really, you know, impacting you in a negative way. I just want to focus back in on Ganesha, because Ganesha is clearing away obstacles. So if some of you have encountered some setbacks recently, or it might not even have been a setback. It could just be that you're on the road, okay? You're just like going in a straight line and you're like, yep, I'm going towards my goals. I'm going to get there. It's really soon. And then you, like, the clouds clear and you look and you're like, what the hell? I've got like another 100 kilometers to go, or like this is going to take me days or weeks or months. You know, I feel as though the goalposts have shifted, Gemini, and now you're freaking out and you're just like, how long is this going to take? And, you know, it's not even just how long is this going to take, it's, am I doing everything wrong? Should I throw out the whole plan? Like, have I completely misjudged this? The answer is no, you haven't. Keep going with it. A lot of these doubts that you're having, or, you know, setbacks, which might be more like an emotional, like a creative blockage, it's coming from you, and you have to ask yourself, am I even ready for what I'm trying to manifest? Because if there is a tiny part of you that's like, I'm not ready, like that's a lot of change. And I know you're a Gemini and you love change, and I'm a Gemini rising. I also love change, or so I think. But then there's like these moments of like, I'm actually not ready, like, ooh. And that is why the goalposts have shifted. Everything will happen in divine timing, but I don't want you to question how far you've come, because you are on the right track. Now we've got last quarter, transition, letting go, forgiveness, and adaptation. Okay, this is the last quarter moon, Gemini. This is the last quarter in what you're doing, all right? That's another way that you can interpret it. You've got a little bit more of a push, okay? There's further that you have to go. I have the Sagittarius card here, so I feel like a lot of you are looking like this, right? And you literally, like, you know, you can't see the forest for the trees because you're trying to read a book like this, and you can only read like letter by letter and piece things together. You actually need to zoom out like a Sagittarius and see the bigger picture. There is an opportunity for you to actually look at how far you've come and realize that you have made enormous progress. All right, you know, it's not like you have stagnated, or that you like started doing something and now, you haven't gone anywhere. When you actually look back behind you at how far you've come, you'll be like, wow, what the hell? I can't even believe how much change I've gone through, or the transformation that I've been through, or the progress that I've made. And we've also got guardian angel. You are not alone. Some of you have a loved one who passed away, who was quite close to you. You may not have known them while they were alive, or on the other hand, maybe you did. The point here is that they are your guardian angel and they are your spirit guide. They are helping you on this journey. They're helping you to actually, give yourself a pat on the back, and they will help you do that, okay? Now that you've seen this video, you'll be able to actually, take a breath, allow yourself to rest, and allow yourself to sleep. I said this to a friend the other day, and I kind of said it to myself as well, but if you're a creative, if you're an artist, if you're a writer, a painter, a musician, if you write poetry, if you are a photographer or a filmographer or director, or whatever you do, if you anything that you create, remember this: resting is working. All right. If you are too tired and too fatigued to function like a normal person, how on earth are you going to create something that is of a high quality or caliber, and something that is of value that you will be proud of? Okay. Do you think that best-selling authors and world-renowned artists were creating these works being half-assed and like half asleep? No, okay? You need to invest in yourself so that you can then physically invest in what it is that you're trying to create. Now, 2 oracle cards jumped out. I have waning moon. What do you need to release? Along with disseminating moon, take time to breathe out. Take time to rest. Take time to chill. You need to work on releasing these, they're not even niggling doubts, they're like overwhelming soul crushing doubts. You need to work on releasing that, okay? You have protection and you have guidance. If you feel like you don't know which direction you're meant to be going in, or if the direction that you are currently in is leading you every which way, and you're kind of zigzagging, you're trying to get from A to B, and it's like just know that your spirit guide, your loved one who's passed on, is guiding you. Ganesha is guiding you. You just need to trust and step into the unknown, okay? You just need to not micromanage, all right? People think, oh, Gemini, they're so versatile, they love change. Yeah, but they also love data, and they love details, and they love just like fiddling with it and like changing things. And have you ever taken something apart because you're like so curious, and you try to put it back together and you can't, and you're like, I swear I'm smart, why can't I put this back together? It's kind of like that. The universe is saying, stop meddling in your own life, because we're working stuff out for you. You just can't see it yet. Now, your oracle card is embrace meditation. A lot of you Geminis are like, being a Gemini, and I'm a Gemini rising, so, a lot of these messages are also at me. You need to meditate, okay? Meditation will change your life. I know that not everyone enjoys it or feels that they can do it, especially Geminis, because you guys are so restless. But meditation is not always like you can literally journal, you can paint, you can draw, you can play music or write music. All of these things are forms of meditation. Going for a walk in nature without talking to anyone, and not messaging anyone, or even leaving the phone at home, of course, if it's safe to do so. Doing these sorts of things will actually ground you and center you. And, Mercury, especially in February, is extremely activated. This is the planet which is most important for you Geminis. And You know, actually rooting yourself and grounding yourself will help you feel more calm and help you feel more confident in your ideas and in confident with the path that you're on. Now, lastly, I'm going to pull an animal totem card for you, then I'm going to read out the description. Oh, this is like my favorite card. This is the card that I pulled for myself for the whole year of 2021. Okay, obviously we've got the peacock here. I just love the peacock. I feel like I say that every time I pull that card, but I really do. Did you know that the female peacocks are actually called peahens? There's a fun fact for you. Anyway, peacock. Inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of anything. The beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from the plumage, but the secret of the peacock is that the beauty resides within and extends outward indefinitely. This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experiences in life, so it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. The peacock type is extremely rare. Not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of the self and others. When in balance, confident and kind. When out of balance, can't digest situations. To bring into balance, meditation on navel. Wow, you can't make this stuff up, guys. Anyway, that was your February 2021 tarot predictions. I will be putting out horoscopes for all 12 zodiac signs shortly after this video goes live. If you'd like to see those videos or more content from me, please subscribe to the K-Astrology channel. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it. And I will see you guys in March 2021. Hi Cancer, Sun, Moon and Risings. Welcome to your February 2021 tarot predictions. Let's start off with your oracle card, then I will shuffle some tarot cards for you. Liberation, breaking free from a negative attachment. That's what I like to see, especially for my Cancers. I know you guys are sort of soft on the inside and, you know, caring and nurturing and warm, and I don't like to see my Cancer babies be negatively attached to anything or anyone. Yes. Oh, more swords. Oh my God. 8, 9, and 10 of swords fell out. Wow. That's literally never happened before, you guys. And the 9 of swords was actually reversed. Anyway, let me show you these. Okay, so the 8 of swords is really about you guys feeling as though you're stuck in a situation that you have no control over, and that you can't even, you can't even see the end in sight, okay? Because this crow here is blindfolded, all right? So this is like, it's so bad, the situation that you've been in, that you're just like, I can't even figure out a way out of here. But if you look closely, if this crow were to remove the blindfold, it would actually be able to fly away because it's not in a cage, okay? You guys, you're not stuck. Whatever situation you feel as though you were beholden to, whether that is a job, a relationship, a friendship, even a living situation, or for some of you, this could even be a case of you feel as though you have transformed at an internal level or an emotional or a soul level, and you feel as though the people around you don't even know the real you anymore. Obviously, this is a general reading, Cancer, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But I really see this, like, at the crux of it, as you feeling trapped, okay? Trapped in some situation, but the truth is that you're not trapped. Or at the very least, you're about to figure out the way out your situation, okay? Like I said, we have the liberation card here, breaking free from this negative attachment. And for some of you, you know, it might be hard to hear this, but some of you are attached to the situation because it's what you identify with, okay? You could have identified with a certain event which occurred in your life or something that happened to you. You could have identified as being the partner of this person, or the, you know, the spouse of that person, or the mother of this child. I see this as being kind of like, it's not an identity crisis, but it's you having an epiphany and breaking free, okay? With the 9 of Wands here being reversed, we can see a cage at the top. And again, none of these crows are actually caged. This card was reversed, but we have the moon here at the top. So you are actually starting to see the situation for what it is and realize that, you know, the part that you had to play in this is that you were not as bound to the situation, like physically, as you thought you were. And this is not to chastise you or to tell you off, Cancer. This is to say that, you know, good for you guys. Like, you're realizing that, hey, I'm not stuck in this situation. I'm not stuck in this job. I'm not stuck in this relationship. I'm not stuck in this skin. You know, a lot of you are shedding your skin at this time. It's like going through a huge period of transformation, and, you know, you guys are starting to see things for what they are. I do see the 10 of Swords here showing that you feel betrayed by a certain situation or a person. And if it's not betrayal in that sense, it's feeling as though you're pinned down, okay? You can see that all those daggers or swords are in this crow. And the 10 shows me that you are going through a cycle, okay? Because we've got 8, 9, 10, and they came out in that order. You didn't go from 10 to 8 to 9, 8, 9, 10, all right? 10 is 1 plus 0 becoming a 1 and starting the new cycle afresh. But first, you definitely need to heal yourself from whatever it is that you've been through. Some of you don't even realize that there is part of you that needs to be healed. And that in itself is shown by breaking away from the negative attachment, or not seeing things for what they actually are, not seeing that there's a part of you which was hurt or which needs nurturing, which needs love, okay? As Cancers, you guys are so quick to be there for your friends and nurture anyone who needs it and take care of anyone who needs it. Where you're not that great is nurturing yourself and loving yourself, okay? And, you know, part of this is wanting to be able to say, well, I did everything right by that person, so that they have nothing that they can use against you, or that they can't turn around and say, well, you weren't there for me in that, you know, in this situation or in this instance. But, you know, it doesn't need to be like that, Cancer. You know, you can be in healthy, loving relationships where you and your partner, or you and the friend, or even you and your boss are not going tit for tat. It's just, when I'm in need, you help me. When you're in need, when you're in need, I'll help you. When I'm in need, you help me. And, you know, we want to see like a balanced relationship here. Now, more context for the reading. We have the South Node reversed, gifts and lessons, and the New Moon reversed, new beginnings, planting seeds, setting intentions, blank page. Cancer. We've just had a new moon in Capricorn, and this is in your, this new moon, which heralds new beginnings, took place in your house of relationships, partnerships, marriage, and contracts, okay? So for some of you, a new beginning is on the cards, and it could be in relation to a friendship relationship or signing contracts for something. Now, with the South Node being reversed, this tells me that, you know, this new beginning is karmic in nature. It's something that you signed up to do in this life, because it's almost like unfinished business. All right, so South Node refers to past life experiences, and then we've got the new moon, which is new beginnings. So, you know, I feel like you're picking up where you left off, either with a person, with new clients, or something to do with business or your marriage. And, you know, with this having gifts and lessons at the top, it's something that you didn't learn in the past life, but you've come back here to give it another try, essentially. Now, you've shown up in your own reading with the moon card. Take note of intuitive messages. I feel as though 1 month, okay, because the lunar cycle's 1 month. 1 month from when you're watching this, whether that's in March, or even if you watch this at the end of February, it could be the end of March. Something important is going to take place for you in March. It could be something that you've called into your life. It could be you actually planting the seeds of these new beginnings and actually, you know, like cutting some kind of plan for how you want to proceed. But, you know, the next 30 days from the day that you watch this video will be important for you in some way, shape, or form. Just note that down, Cancer. Now, we've got full moon in Cancer. Oh my gosh, you've shown up again in your reading. A personal issue reaches resolution. Okay, so full moon in Cancer. We've actually recently had a full moon in Cancer, which was right at the end of 2020. Okay, so a personal issue reaches resolution, and I feel as though that pertains to all of these swords cards here, which we saw, which I touched on at the very beginning. All right, you will be feeling liberated. You will be set free from some kind of situation which you felt bound to and which was really crushing your spirit. Now, your last oracle card is examine your integrity. Okay, see how she's got the hands here? She's pulling the strings. You are feeling as though things are happening to you, but what you don't realize, Cancer, is that you are actually in control to an extent of this figure. You can control how you react to things. You can control how you take action going forwards, and your approach to things, and how you actually you know, funnel or channel your energy. Okay, you know, you have more control than you think. I think that's a very important message to take away, if anything, from this, Cancer. Just remember that you have more control of whatever situation it is that you're encountering and that you're stressing out about than you realize. And that's where you should be examining your integrity, examining how much you're in control of the situation that you are in, and not feeling like a victim, not feeling as though, you know, everyone is against me, or the universe, or everything's like happening to me, or it's not fair. I'm hearing it's not fair a lot. And, you know, I just want to say to you, Cancer, that some things that you have experienced are not fair. Other things that you've experienced, you need to sort of be accountable for. Like, what was your part in it? You know, did you have intuitive messages that were coming in that you were ignoring? I think I was saying a similar message to Taurus. Some of you may also be a Taurus sun, moon, or rising. Nonetheless, Cancer, you know, you are one of the most intuitive signs in the whole zodiac, and you should be paying attention to any gut feelings that you get about people, places, and things. Lastly, I'm going to take an animal totem card for you, and then I'm going to read out the description from the handbook as well. Okay, we've got the tiger. Straight off the bat, I'm seeing this as, you know, you can go for what it is that you want. You don't need to wait for permission. If you're waiting for someone to, you know, read your mind or say, oh, you should go and do this, or you know, take initiative in this instance. I know as Cancers, mind you, I have a lot of placements in Cancer. You know, we like to kind of like walk sideways. We don't like to go straight for what we want. But with the tiger here, this is really about waiting for the right moment and striking while the iron is hot. And once again, not waiting for permission. Now, lunar force, how interesting. Okay, lunar, we've got the crescent moon here. Ease in darkness, feminine energy. The tiger hunts at night, at one with the silence, fearing nothing. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. Sensuality, receptivity, and devotion are all heightened in the midnight hour, and the tiger takes advantage of these boons. Spend some time in silence this evening, drinking in the potent calm. There is nothing to fear in the stillness except the awakening of your own power. When in balance, passionate, strong, and sensual. When out of balance, overstimulated. To bring into balance, candle gazing. Okay, Cancer, that was your February 2021 tarot predictions. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content from me, please subscribe to Castrology. I will be putting out your horoscopes for Feb 2021 not too long after this reading goes live. So once again, subscribe if you want to see that content from me. Enjoy this month, and I will see you guys in March 2021. Hi Leo, Sun, Moon and Risings. Welcome to your February 2021 tarot predictions. I'll start off with your oracle card, then I'll shuffle some tarot cards. So we have harmony, power, self-confidence, and productivity. Wow, those are some real buzzwords for you Leos. Okay, let's see what's going on for you in February 2021. Whoa. The Hermit, Knight of Cups, Ten of Wands. Okay. You guys are being quite reclusive at the moment. You're spending a lot of time alone, which is very unusual for Leo. And sure, a lot of you will be in restrictions, but I'm also touching upon the fact that you are not communicating with loved ones, okay? Even if you have to be at home, there's a distinct lack of communication with family, friends, let's just say the people that you would normally talk to. And you know, I feel as though some of you might be feeling like you're waiting to hear from other people to see how much they value your friendship or your relationship. And I feel like, I don't know, I'm just getting this like feeling of disappointment from you guys, okay? You know, we've got this crow here. It's all alone in the snow. It's holding its little light, and you know, there's no other crows around. And I feel like this is your energy at the moment where, you know, on the one hand, this hermit sort of behavior, right? You know, just retreating into your little sanctuary or space is, some of it has been imposed upon you by restrictions. Again, this is a general, for the first time, this is a general reading, so take what leaves and, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But nonetheless, I feel as though some of this holding back from your relationships or from the social component of your life, it's somewhat self-imposed. It's somewhat coming from you. And I feel like you've been questioning your relationships, whether that's with your significant other, family members, this could even be with friends as well, and feeling like you don't really know where you stand. And this has been like a knock to your confidence. Again, with this card, it says self-confidence, all right, and harmony. So these two, once again, buzzwords, harmony and self-confidence. This is really about, you know, the harmony that you had or that you thought you had in certain relationships, and, you know, the waning confidence, or that, you know, confidence that you had in where you stood with someone, or even it could even be like a friendship circle or friendship group, and just being like, well, do you guys even care? Like, you know, I'm always the one to reach out first, to make the effort, to pick up the phone, to organize the catch up, and now you're like where are you? You know, why does it always have to be me? Why am I the one that's always instigating things? You know, if you cared about me, you'd make the effort. I agree with that to an extent, But as someone who, I suppose you could say I was the one in most friendships that would initiate effort first. Now that I'm on the other side of that, I've realized that people get used to the way that you show up. Okay, Leo. So if you're the one that always calls people first, or if you're the one that always texts or organize parties or drinks or, you know, going out, people then start to expect that from you. People treat you the way that you show up and in the role that you show up as. If you show up, you know, have shown up for the last however many years as like the social organizer of the group, people aren't just gonna like change on a dime. It's gonna take time before people go, oh, like, wow, that person hasn't, you know, reached out to me for ages. You know, I normally wait for them to initiate things. But, you know, I've got the Knight of Cups here, okay? So I see this as a really beautiful energy coming in. You know, it's unconditional love. For some of you, this could be a new friendship coming in. For others of you, this is a new relationship coming in. And then for others of you, Leos, this is friends coming back to you, okay? This shows me relationships or friendships where people have started to notice that you haven't been around as much, and they're like, oh, I miss that person. I want more of that person. And, you know, don't be shy to actually voice how you feel. I know that for Leos, usually that's not a problem. You guys can be super direct and that's fine. But when it comes to how much you love someone and how passionate you are about a friendship and a relationship, you guys get choked up. I actually felt choked up even right before I said that. If you notice, like, you guys are like, I can't say that. Like, you know, there's always going to be the pride, the element of pride when it comes to my Leos. And, you know, enough of that. You guys don't need to be proud. These are the people that you love to death, okay? You don't need to be proud or stoic when it comes to these relationships. Just tell people how you feel. Hey, I feel like I'm the one that always makes effort. You know, I just wanted to tell you where I stand. You know, I'm not having a go at you. This is just how I've been feeling lately, and I just wanted you to know. And chances are that person will be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You know, I've missed you. I didn't realize you were feeling that way. Of course, you know, that's my bad. And you can move on from there. It doesn't need to be a big deal. Now, we've got the 10 of Wands here as well. So I see this as, again, just doubling down on that energy that it's always me, okay? You know, this crow is carrying, well, 10 wands, obviously, and that's a lot of baggage. That's a lot of weight that this crow is carrying, and I see this as the weight of the relationship. And, you know, this crow can't go much further, all right? Third time lucky, I'm just going to show you again. See how it's almost about to break, okay? You don't want to let these wands fall, because if that happens, you might feel like the relationship is done. But really, you shouldn't be throwing away any of these friendships or relationships of that, you know. I mean, I hope it goes without saying, if someone is, you know, abusive or mistreating you, then disregard what I've just said. Again, this is a general reading. But for those of you who have experienced this relationship or this friendship as something which is very loving and something that you always enjoyed, you don't need to throw it away because you're suddenly feeling underappreciated. Now, I've got the 10th house here, which is I achieve, and I've got retrograde, and they were both reversed. So changing tack a little bit here, you know, I feel like this is to do with your reputation, okay, your public reputation. Some of you may have retreated. I see this as kind of like retreating from the limelight, which is a space that the Leo naturally takes up. You know, you're holding back. There's really been like a knock to your confidence lately, and this is starting to shine through in all your relationships. It could have been something which happened at work, or like one small thing that someone said to you, and now you're just second guessing all of your relationships. You're like, does everyone think that? You know, does everyone feel that way about me? And you're you're almost like hiding out a little bit, is the energy that I get from that. Animal guardian, trust your instincts. Okay, this comes down to who you can trust and who you can't trust. So if there are relationships which are no longer serving you, okay, if you have been stepping back from relationships to see, you know, where you stand with a certain person, and you see that, you know, maybe they're organizing events and they're inviting everyone but you, like you're being like or isolated or all left out, you know, trust your instincts with that. Again, it should go without saying, if someone is making a point of not including you in a group situation, it could be it could be family, it could be friends, it could be like parties at the workplace. You know, if someone is like deliberately leaving you out, there is an opportunity to either confront them and, you know, maybe this person had an issue with you and then the non-confrontational type, and they were like, you know, trying to give hints but not wanting to say it. Address it first. Or, you know, if you're like, no, this is the last straw, this has happened like 10 times, I'm not gonna, you know, put up with this anymore, then yeah, you know, feel free to walk away from relationships if you know and you trust your instincts that, hey, I don't really want to mix with this person or this group anymore. Now we've got first quarter moon. Your commitment is being tested. Wow, these are so on point. You know, guys, I don't look at the oracle cards before I start reading. I like to just see what comes up in the moment, and yeah, your reading's definitely in sync. Your commitment to a relationship or a friendship is being tested. And in some instances, you're doing the testing. But if it's working around the other way, if you're not hearing from someone you usually always hear from, just call them out and be like, hey, is there a problem, or is there something that we need to talk about? Now, lastly, I have reverse dissociation, and the card was reversed. Yes, this is definitely about seeing things clearly, and, you know, here we see a key and a keyhole. All right, if you have a question, there is an answer, and I feel as though, you know, you asking the question to someone, you will receive an answer, but they're waiting for you to ask. Now, lastly, I'm just going to take your animal totem card to see what energy comes out. Oh, all right, we've got the spider card here. So that's funny. One of my other groups got the tarantula card. Sorry, they're not in order. I know this happens every time you watch a video. Ah, there it is. Okay, spider. Creator of prosperity through life's work and dharma. The spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. When in balance, appreciative, enthusiastic, and prosperous. When out of balance, discouraged, tired, and forlorn. To bring into balance, playful creativity. Okay, Leo, that's all I have for you for February 2021. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you want to see more content from me, please subscribe to Cailin. I'll be posting the February 2021 horoscopes for all 12 zodiac signs shortly after this video goes live, so feel free to subscribe and check those out. Otherwise, I will see you in March 2021. Hi Virgo, Sun, Moon and Risings. Welcome to your February 2021 tarot predictions. I'm going to start off with your oracle card, then I'll shuffle some tarot cards and pull some tarot cards. Okay, Tree of Life, fertility, creativity, destiny, and magical blessings. And it's number 1, so that's the first card in that deck. Wow, that's great energy, Virgo. I'm really, really pleased to see that. If nothing else, it's because I'm a Virgo moon, so it looks like it's a positive reading already. So let's see what February has in store. Oh, wow, okay. They're just absolutely flying out. So we have the Six of Swords card. It was reversed, all right? We've also got the Nine of Wands and the Three of Cups, and these cards were upright. So you guys are going through a transition, all right? Sorry about this beam of light, by the way. I'm filming at a really odd time, but anyway, you are going through a transition period, okay? There is a transformation which you are undergoing, but with this being reversed, okay, you're resisting this change. Now, if you look closely, you can see that this crow has actually lost a few feathers in the process. So I feel as though, you know, with this change, Virgo, you're trying to come out of it unscathed, which is perfectly understandable, but whatever new thing you're heading into, whether it's a new job or career change or relationship, could even be where you're currently living as well, it will require some kind of sacrifice, as shown by those, you know, feathers which had fallen away. And that's because one door needs to firmly close before we can step through the next door, okay? For you to travel through this portal, you need to, you know, slam that door shut. And I suppose when I say sacrifice, what I mean by that is it feels as though you're trying to put like a door jamb into this chapter which you're ending, and you just want to like leave it ajar so that you can, it's not even like you want to return to whatever situation you're about to leave. It's more like you want to peek through the door and peek through that gap and be like, well, what would have happened if I had stayed? Or, you know, what will happen after I leave? This is really a case of, you know, trusting that in this case, the grass is greener, all right? I'm wearing green. There's a lot of green here. We've got the tree of life, okay? You've been wondering whether you should take the next step with a situation. And you being Virgos, obviously you want to plan everything out meticulously, right? You want to know where you're going. You want to know where all the stops are, what time you're going to get there. If I miss this flight, when's the next flight? And guess what? The universe doesn't actually want to give you all of the answers. So there's an element of this which is going to require you to just trust that the step that you're about to take is the right one. You know, Virgos, you are earth signs. You're connected to Mother Earth. You're connected to the tree of life. You are in perfect balance, okay? Your feet are rooted firmly on the ground. You're not taking a risk here that hasn't been calculated or hasn't been considered. It's not like you're rolling the dice and just seeing what comes up. You've thought about this. You've done as much planning as you can, but it gets to a point where there's no more planning that you can do. Now, with the Nine of Wands card here, I see that before this transition, okay, before you move to the next chapter of your life, there will be one last little push. And when I say little, I mean big. And it basically could take you longer than you thought to get to the next step in your life or to get to this new chapter. There could be more loose ends than you thought there would be, or it could just be really exhausting and really tiring. Maybe you're leaving a job which requires a huge handover. Maybe you're retiring and you have to get, you know, all of your ducks in a row, and you're wondering whether you'll have enough money to see you through the rest of your life, and you know you're second guessing this decision, but it's taking so much like planning and organization. Just know that, you know, celebration will be on the other side of this, okay? So the Three of Cups always speaks about celebration. People will be happy for you, people will be happy around you, people will be celebrating your success. And there's actually an opportunity here for you to band together with either loved ones, friends, or people who are in a similar situation. and really share your experiences with one another and be a support system. I feel as though whatever new change you want to embark on, you're kind of in the process of that, you've been doubting whether you have that much support from family or friends or from people around you in general who are, you know, you obviously care about these individuals. Whoever's coming to mind right now, these are the people that I'm talking about. If you're wondering whether someone is going to support you on your new journey, for some of you, this could be starting a family, fertility, creativity, destiny, magical blessings. And, you know, some of you have been toying with the idea of IVF or fertility treatment in some capacity. And, you know, there's a lot of things you have to go through, right? With the Nine of Wands, there's a lot of steps, there's a lot of information to digest, and you can lean on those around you to support you with this journey, Virgo. This is a general reading. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You know, not all of this is going to pertain to you, but stick around for the whole reading because lots of different messages always come through. Now I have the Mars card here and Gemini being reversed. If some of you feel as though you are at a crossroads or you don't know what the next step to take is, just know that the right people and opportunities will present themselves to you. You know, Gemini as a card represents lots of different ideas and lots of different options, and it being reversed shows a real indecision with taking action, because Mars is all about taking action and, you know, really like committing to the direction that you want to travel in. Now, I also have Father Sky, trust in the unknown. Okay, right on cue. You know, Virgo, I don't look at these cards before I read, but this, like I said, it's right on cue. Trust in the unknown. There are magical blessings coming towards you, Virgo. And, you know, once you get past that Nine of Wands energy, which is like this extended test of a commitment to your resolve and testing how much you really want this opportunity or to step into this new chapter of your life, once you get past that push, once you say to the universe, yes, I want this, give it to me, things are going to start happening real quick, okay? Yes, there's going to be that like prolonged, delayed period, but once that's over, things are going to happen really rapidly. So you need to be ready for what's to come because you absolutely will be hitting the ground running. Now I have New Moon in Virgo. My God, you guys showed up in your own reading and the card was reversed. A time to give rather than to take. I'm pretty sure this card came out in January 2021 for you guys, and the fact that it's reversed tells me that it's a time to take rather than give. Take the help which is being offered to you. Take the support which is being offered to you. Virgos don't like to share their feelings and their emotions and their thoughts with others, especially you know, because they want to seem as though they've got everything under control. But this is a time to lean on your support systems, or your support networks, I should say. Now, lastly, I have relieve anxiety. Okay. She looks like a Virgo to me. Let me tell you that much. Do what you can to relieve anxiety. Read, write, journal, listen to music, go to the spa. If you've got a tub at home, take a bath. You need to unplug and take time out. You really need to have a bit of R&R, a bit of rest and relaxation, and also recuperation, because you need your strength and you need your energy for this new chapter which is about to begin. So we've got your animal totem card here, which is the eagle. I'm just going to read it out, read the description out from the handbook. Eagle, all-pervading power, truth seeker, transforms karma. The noble eagle emanates the light of the sun, This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. When in balance, bright, radiant, and challenges. When out of balance, controlling. To bring into balance, step into the unknown. All right, Virgo, that's all I have for you for February 2021. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content from me, please subscribe to Cailin. Shortly after this video goes up, I'll be putting out my 12 horoscope videos for all 12 zodiac signs, okay? So subscribe to this channel if you want to see those. Enjoy February, and I will see you guys in March 2021. Hi Libra, Sun, Moon and Risings. Welcome to your February 2021 tarot predictions. Let's start off with your oracle card and then I'll pull some tarot cards for you guys. Your oracle card is Sacred Journey, Life Cycles, Family and Transformation. Okay, that's an exciting card to start off with. There's a lot of new beginnings for Libras, especially when it comes to creativity, children, and just doing things which bring you pleasure and joy. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Okay. So we've got Judgment reversed for the first one. Seven of Wands. And the Nine of Swords. Okay. Libra, we've got a lot of letting go to do. Okay. So with the Nine of Swords, this says to me that you guys are quite anxious about something, about this new change which is entering your life. And I feel like there's a lot of doubt which is based on your past experiences, shown by the Judgment card, which was in the reversed position. So with these new changes which are coming in, you're wondering if you have what it takes to actually be successful in these endeavors. With the Seven of Wands card, this is about standing your ground, and I feel as though a lot of you guys might have been receiving some kind of pushback or negative feedback from people in your life regarding these changes that you want to make. And naturally, as Libras, you know, you guys want to take other people's thoughts and feelings into consideration. But with this Nine of Swords influence, this shows me that what you are hearing from these people in your life, whether it's family or friends or people in the workplace, even though you're sitting there and willing to listen to their opinions, it's not actually in alignment with what you want to do, and it's not sitting well. Okay, there's a feeling of unease with you guys, or as though you're feeling very uncomfortable, and you might have been put in a position where you actually have to make a statement to people, which is towing the line of being quite conflictual in nature and maybe rubbing people the wrong way. And you guys hate doing that. You're not used to doing that, and you will avoid it at all costs. Let's see what your astrology cards have to add to this. Okay. Yeah, we've got the Conjunction card here, which is all about you taking your own personal interests into consideration. And then we have the Lunar Eclipse reversed, which is releasing the past, breakthrough, pushing limitations and healing. It's interesting that both the Lunar Eclipse card and the Judgment card came up reversed. I'll just show you those two anyway. That it's a pretty basic deck, but it just helps to inform the reading. With the lunar eclipse, there's this feeling like you are ending a life cycle, as shown by the Sacred Journey card. Once again, life cycles, family and transformation. but there's a resistance here to the transformation element. And I strongly feel as though this is to do with you not upsetting the status quo and not wanting to go against the grain. Perhaps you come from quite a traditional family, or your own personal values are quite traditional in nature, and there's this feeling like it's very uncomfortable for you to actually step into the next phase of your life. And the resistance that you are feeling, even though you're seeing it in the people that are around you, the people that are around you are a mirror. This uncomfortable feeling that you are feeling is showing up in other people and being mirrored back to you. So when you are getting feedback from people which is against what you believe you want to do or how you feel deep down, you actually need to ask yourself, why are these people's opinions affecting me on this level? How is this triggering me or pushing on these nerves? If I didn't actually, if what they were saying wasn't triggering some kind of insecurity or a self-confidence issue, then you wouldn't be having this kind of like visceral response, like a physical response to the negative feedback that you're getting from other people. But really, you're just being asked to dig deep and say, hey, what do I believe in? What do I stand for? And despite how uncomfortable it makes me to disagree outright with someone else, is this aligned with my integrity? Will it be detrimental to my mental, emotional, and spiritual health if I don't make my opinions known in this situation? I know this sounds really vague, but just remember, Libra, that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And this is really about, this could be about any number of things. It could be about starting a family. It could be about how you raise or parent your children, or decisions in regard to your children. It could be about, taking a hobby or an interest to another level and perhaps earning a little bit of an income from that on the side. Or it could just be about work in general. Now we have the Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. Okay. I feel as though some of you Libras are actually experiencing psychosomatic issues with this issue which is going on. It's quite emotional in nature, but it's leading to knots in your stomach, queasiness, a loss of appetite. This is for some of you, of course. It's also leading to headaches and, in some respects, insomnia or extremely disturbed sleep, which is now leading to exhaustion and fatigue. I'm hearing that your adrenal glands are really spent, and that you guys need to spend some time relaxing and just not worrying about what other people are thinking and not running to their aid when they come to you with an issue. Now I have the full moon card, surrender to the divine. Okay, I feel that the full moon, which is coming up at the end of February, and it'll be a full moon in Virgo. This will be quite important for you guys. The fact that it's a full moon in Virgo means that this will be in your 12th house of rest, relaxation, and letting go of fears and issues with your subconscious self. Okay, so if this reading is not really making sense and you're like, no, my relationships are fine, or I feel completely fine. At the end of February, there will be a moment of illumination where you realize that there is something which has been buried quite deep down, which has been, making you feel like you're just not your usual self. But this is a good time for release, okay? Once again, surrender to the divine, maybe do some journaling. You can even write down what it is that you want to let go of and burn that piece of paper at the full moon. Now, I have the Learn from Karma card. This is so interesting. This is really tying in with the Judgment card. I repeat, the Judgment card was reversed, okay? So this is about karmic cycles, and this is about surrendering to your feelings and your emotions and actually acknowledging how you feel deep down. For a lot of you Libras, being an air sign, you always want to intellectualize your thoughts and feelings, but it's actually really hard for you to feel those feelings at an emotional level, and it's hard for you to give in to those emotions without trying to balance it out. Oh, this is fair, or this wasn't fair, or they have every right to feel that way, or they have every right to say that. I see a lot of you rationalizing how other people are thinking and feeling, but it's almost like you're giving them a free pass. It's like, you know, you are putting other people's feelings before your own. And the fact that the Judgment card was reversed, which is my Pluto card, which is again about transformation, this is about resisting the end of a cycle. And this cycle, it has to be said, it's about people pleasing. It might be hard to hear that, but you know, it's a positive thing, Libra, because now that you've seen this reading, you can really dig deep about the ways in which you sacrifice your own emotional needs at the expense of your own discomfort to make others feel comfortable. Why are other people's comfort more important than your comfort? Why are other people's feelings more important than your feelings? Why are other people's priorities more important than your own priorities? And maybe most importantly, why are other people's boundaries more important than your own boundaries? These are all very complex questions which don't have a simple answer, but perhaps you can jot those down and journal about them, or meditate about them, or even just contemplate the answers that come up for you at a very deep level. Now lastly, I'm going to pull your animal totem card before reading the description from the handbook. Okay, I have the moth card. Just a moment. There we go. Impulsive, hasty, and wishful. The moth is sure the grass is greener on the other side. Moth energy is at play when we're attracted to easy solutions or anything shiny and new. This can lead to unfinished projects, disappointment, or burnout. It's helpful to remind moth personalities that life is complex. No matter the illusion, no one is exempt from the trials and tribulations of this great journey. Practice seeing life as an infinite mystery rather than wishing it was easier or different. When in balance, enthusiastic and whimsical. When out of balance, idolizes others and jittery. To bring into balance, finish a project. Okay, Libra, that's all I have for you for February 2021. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content from me, please hit the subscribe button for Castrology. I do also offer personalized tarot and astrology readings, which I'll leave a link for in the description box. And lastly, shortly after this video, I will be posting my horoscopes for all 12 zodiac signs for February 2021. Enjoy your February, Libra, and I will see you guys very soon. Hi Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Risings. Welcome to your February 2021 tarot predictions. I'm going to pull your oracle card and then shuffle and pull some tarot cards. So we have apprehension, moving out into the world, doubt and fear. Okay, Scorpio, you guys are going through an intense period at the moment. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. And it's the number 9 that's there. So this is about being very close to completing a cycle. Okay, I have the Justice card, All right, all of your tarot cards were upright. Normally I pull 3, but 4 came out, so I will honor that. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Justice card. And they kind of fell to the side. So I feel like there's 2 situations going on. Just remember, Scorpio, that this is a general reading. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. To me, I'm getting an inner conflict with you guys when it comes to relationships. Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles card here, which ultimately is a positive card. It speaks to total independence, financial independence, self-sufficiency, and, you know, relying on yourself and being happy to rely on yourself. Now, I feel as though there's someone new who's entered your life as the Knight of Cups energy, and they are showing you unconditional love. Now, this could be a friend, a lover, potential love interest. It could actually be a partner coming back, okay? Because we will be in the Mercury retrograde period, and this will be for the first 3 weeks of February, but it will be the post-shadow period till the end of the month. So for the whole of February, we will be under Mercury retrograde energy, which often brings people back into our life. Situations, friendships, lovers, relationships, exes, even an opportunity for a do-over. This, for some of you, this could be going back to work for a company or a person, or even re-establishing a business partnership. And with the Nine of Pentacles card here, I see that you guys want to do things alone, that, you know, you feel as though you were either burned by a situation, whether it's this person or situation which is re-entering your life or potentially re-entering your life, or things that you've experienced in the past which now informing your current reality. With the Apprehension card here, there's so much doubt and there's so much fear, but if you look behind the figure here, there's growth and, you know, growth in terms of nature and planting the seed, flourishing into something which is thriving. Just shows to me that this is behind you, and what's in front of you is barren land. So you're doubting the potential for growth in this situation, and some of you are doubting how much this person has grown. You know, how different can it be from last time? Can a leopard really change its spots? Not in the mind of a Scorpio. But we have the Justice card here. So I see this situation as finally having been worked into a state of balance and into a state of harmony. And, you know, in my readings, I don't want to direct you to take a certain action or take someone back or go back to a situation that you've already experienced. But the energy that I'm receiving from these cards is really positive in nature. I see opportunities for a true partnership. I see a partnership or working relationship which is harmonious and back in balance. And, you know, the Justice card is the Libra card. So I see this as being open communication, and Libra is a sign of partnership. All right, so the person that you're dealing with may be a Libra sun, moon, or rising, or the company or the work opportunity could be related to one-on-one partnerships, clients, sales, design, anything to do with communication. It doesn't have to be that. Again, this is a general reading, but I just wanted to add a couple of specific points in there. If this reading isn't resonating so far, do stick around because I have more messages to come with my oracle cards as well. So I got Aries as a card and Waxing Gibbous reversed. Alignment, refinement, nurture, patience, and evolution. Aries card shows me that you could be dealing with an Aries sun, moon, or rising, or you are in Aries sign, which is the opposite of Libra. Aries is a sign of me first, me only, independence, and no one else. And I see that reflected here by the Nine of Pentacles card. wanting to go it alone. All right, with the Five of Wands card, which I haven't touched on yet, this is about feeling as though you will be in conflict with others, either in this workplace or with this person. Now, I just want to reiterate, this can be a new situation. This can be a new lover, friendship, business partner, or a new work opportunity. But I see you being fearful and doubtful that this connection is in alignment. But I see this as coming from the ego and not representing reality. Don't discount relying on others. I know you Scorpios like to rely on yourselves only, but there are trustworthy souls who are out there who are worthy of your time and your attention. Snake, shed old skin. Not many people know that Scorpio is not just symbolized by the scorpion. There are other animals which represent the 7 stages of transformation for Scorpio. We have the spider, we have the snake, we have the scorpion, we have the wolf, we have the hawk, and we also have the phoenix. I don't know if I said 6 or 7, I might be missing one, but snake is the second one, okay? You guys need to shed this old skin, because this version of an autonomous, independent you who can't rely on anyone else needs to be shed. And we see growth here once again. We see the green of this card, the green of that card, and obviously I have coincidentally chosen to wear green today, although I don't believe in coincidences anymore. There's an opportunity for you to step into a new version of yourself, which, you know, the evolutionary purpose of Scorpio is to transform. You will transform your life again and again and again. And the idea for Scorpio is to progress from spider to snake to scorpion to wolf to eagle or hawk to phoenix. New moon in Libra. My God, you can't make this stuff up. A new romantic cycle begins. There you go. There's the scales once again. All right, we're doubling down on Libra energy here. Libra is about partnership. It's about friendship, marriage, and union, okay? So for some of you, if you're already in a relationship, that spark will be reignited. Some of you will meet someone new, and some of you will give a relationship a second chance. Now, I have temper your criticism. Absolutely. And we have 33 down the bottom. This is a master number, a master builder number. Okay, so some of you will have a life path number 33. For others of you, this is about building on solid foundations. But before you can do that, you know, you need to have the input from other people for a solid foundation. As humans, we are not wired to live a completely solitary and autonomous life. At some point, you will need to incorporate other people, friendships, connections, and, you know, human interaction into your reality and into your life. Now, lastly, I'm just going to pull an animal totem card, and then I'm going to read the description for the handbook. So this will be your animal medicine, you could say. I'm almost expecting to get the snake, the scorpion, or the phoenix card. Nope, I'm wrong. But I got the shark and I got the peacock. I'm not going to read out the full description for the peacock because I can remember it. I did it for another sign, but I will read out the shark. Now, what's interesting here is the shark is a species which travels alone and which deliberately scares off other things in the sea, okay? This is you guys. This is you guys putting on your scary Scorpio face. Don't come near me. I'm not approachable. I don't have a soft, gooey inside, but I do, okay? You are in shark energy, and this is about you wanting to be by your lonesome, and you know, you're wallowing in the depths of being by yourself, but this is the energy that you're putting out. Now, on the other hand, isn't this contrast incredible? The shark is one of the few creatures in this deck which has black and white or grey colouring, and conversely this is probably the most colourful creature in the deck. The peacock shows off its beautiful plumage and its eccentricities, and it's a very confident creature, and it does this to attract a mate. Now, I'm not saying this is to attract, that you're trying to attract a relationship. Some of you may not be ready for a relationship. However, don't be all doom and gloom like the shark at the expense of showing your beautiful, confident, and exciting self. Some of you guys are actively trying not to attract new connections into your life, and this is coming from a place of apprehension. Embrace peacock energy, show yourself off, get dressed up. My advice for the last few weeks has been to do something you wouldn't normally do. Wear a color you wouldn't normally wear. Take a route to work or back home that you would never normally take. Do something different to shake yourself out of the energy of being in this stuck place. This always happens to me. This is how relationships always go. You know, you're in a cycle, which is a negative pattern. And the more you feed into that, the more the universe is giving that back to you. Okay, so really step into peacock energy. Now I'm going to read the shark description. Directness, exposure, revealing true nature and desire. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest and to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. When in balance, intriguing, captivating, and mysterious. When out of balance, sneaky and destructive. To bring into balance, honesty. And I might add, honesty with yourself. So Scorpio, that's all I have for February 2021. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a like. If you want to see more content from me, please subscribe to Cailin. I also offer personalized tarot and astrology readings, which you can find in the description box below. Enjoy your February 2021, and be sure to check out my horoscope, which will, for Scorpio and all of the 12 signs, which will be posted shortly after this video goes live. Enjoy February, Scorpio, and I will see you guys next month. Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Risings. Welcome to your February 2021 tarot predictions. Let's start off by pulling your oracle card, and then I'm going to shuffle and pull some tarot cards. Enchanted Forest. Mystery, magic, and excitement. These are some real buzzwords when it comes to Sagittarius, so I'm already quite excited. Okay, let's see. Wow. All right, I'm just gonna pull one more for you guys. But if two come out, so be it. Who am I to judge? All right. Okay. So, interestingly, we have the Three of Swords together with the Knight of Cups, and we had the High Priestess card, which came out reversed. All right. This is about a relationship, okay, which is interesting because for the previous sign it was a whole relationship spread as well. But with the Three of Swords, this shows me that you really need to heal from a past relationship or a situation which really battered you around. And, you know, I feel like there was a rather devastating blow to your confidence. And as Sagittarians, you don't like to admit when other people were able to ruffle your feathers. Okay, so, you can see here that we have the Three Swords or the Three Daggers going through the heart. This is your heart. This is your heart, figuratively speaking. Now, what we really want to do is remove these one by one so that you can heal and so that you can attract a soulmate or a new romantic connection into your life. Normally, you know, I sort of go romantic connection, friendship, blah, blah, or, you know, business relationship, but no, this feels like it's all about romance for you. This doesn't feel like it's platonic energy. This is about forgiving a partner for how they've hurt you in the past. It could be that you are working on your marriage or your relationship, whether it's long-term or short-term. It's not necessarily indicated at this point in time, but I see this as a healing that needs to take place, okay? This isn't necessarily about taking someone back. This is about healing your heart so that you can either work on the relationship that you're in and really recommit to it at a really deep emotional and spiritual level, or healing from a past relationship so that you can attract a new person into your life. And with the High Priestess card being reversed, it showed up in this position, I'll just keep it here. This is honestly about you not lying to yourself about how hurt you actually are. Lying to yourself about how much a situation or relationship really affected you. Okay, with the High Priestess, you are not honoring your intuition at this time, and by not acknowledging how your heart chakra or how your heart was affected by this previous connection, however long ago it was, it doesn't matter. This is what is blocking your soulmate from entering your life, from a new romantic connection entering your life. I feel as though you guys feel that you are past it. You're like, no, I've moved on, or I've been on a lot of adventures since then. But, there's a part of you which ran away from that feeling, which, that is a Sagittarian tendency to use travel and fun and new adventures as a means to escape from emotional wounds or issues which are just yucky to deal with and to confront, but they need to be confronted. If you're wondering why hasn't why hasn't the love of my life walked in, it's because you're not ready for them. You need to work on you so that when they enter your life, you are ready for the relationship to be all systems go. Okay, this next connection which comes into your life will be one of magic and excitement, okay? An enchanted forest full of mysteries, but in an exciting way. But I feel like you guys are in the energy of the mystery, okay? You're not in the energy of this being excitement. It's like, oh, it's a mystery to me. Like, where is this person? Or why isn't this romantic connection working out? And, let's just dial it back a bit. For those of you who are in a committed relationship and you and your partner aren't going anywhere, this is a rediscovery of the spark in your relationship, of the intimacy, of the excitement in your sex life, okay? This is about approaching each other from a place of unconditional love and being honest about what it is that you need from your partner. I feel like you guys are sort of reluctant to either delve into your feelings, or even if you know how you feel, you're reluctant to share these feelings with your partner because a part of you is worried that they don't feel the same. A part of you is worried that, maybe it's too far gone for us, or maybe we won't get back that like honeymoon feeling or the excitement in the relationship. But you guys are Sagittarians. You thrive off of excitement. You thrive off of spontaneity. I also sense that some of you have lost this urge to be spontaneous and to be adventurous. Now, I have the Libra card reversed. Lilith reversed, and then I have the opposition card. Okay, so Lilith is all about repressed desires, and that's funny because obviously that's what I was just talking about, and the card was reversed. So this is saying that you need to express your desires. You need to get out of the repressed desire energy. It's like a double negative, but anyway, all I'm saying is that a part of you locked away the adventurous, exciting part of you, which has all these ideas and all these desires, and kind of threw away the key. And you're like, oh, but I threw it, I threw the key and I don't know where it is. I threw it away. It's somewhere, but you just need to dig deep to find it. Now, with the Libra card being reversed, Libra is the sign of partnership, relationships, marriage as well. You don't have to be married to your significant other, but Libra is also the sign of harmony and balance. And again, this card was reversed. So this is actually just reaffirming that the relationship is out of balance. But with this opposition energy here, this is about duality and complementing one another. And I mean complementing as in going together. I don't mean being like, hey, you pretty, okay? This is about you guys clicking back together, okay? You're two pieces of a puzzle which click together, and somehow you're like showing the wrong end of yourself. It's not clicking because you've kind of rotated into this shape which hasn't been compatible with your partner. You need to switch things up, change things up in your relationship and in your mindset and approach to your relationship so that you can get back to being you guys. And again, for the single Sagittarians, this is about shifting your mindset when it comes to relationships and past hurts so that you can invite this beautiful energy in. Now, I'll get to your other oracle cards. Drum, dream and journey, okay? Your dream relationship can be manifested. It is accessible to you at this time. Fixed moon, hold your vision. You guys, I don't see these cards before I do the reading, but these are all going quite well together. Dream and journey and hold your vision. Don't settle for relationship. I feel like some of you may have been in relationships where you were settling because you didn't feel like you were good enough for this soulmate connection, okay? You weren't good enough to attract, the kind of love and romantic connections that you only see in very few couples around you, or what you've always envisioned. But really, Sagittarius, you have the bow and you have the arrow. You guys are the sign of the archer. As I've said in other readings, pull it right back and release it. The sky's the limit. This is an astrology channel as well. The stars are the limit. The stars are the limit for you guys. Do not settle for relationship which is not in alignment with what you dream of and what you want to manifest. This isn't to say be unrealistic about your partner or to completely idealize them, but if if you've been in relationships or you are in a relationship which it doesn't have potential, and if you have already tried all of these things that I'm saying, you need to ask yourself, why am I sticking around? The High Priestess, we have the moon being reflected here. This is to illuminate you about your true feelings and wishes. Why are you sticking around in a situation which no longer serves you? Practice positivity. Look at this person. They are out at sea. They're doing these ones and they're looking into the future, okay? Just as I said that, it was 11:11. So seriously, guys, keep your eyes open, keep looking out at sea. You will see someone, okay? But you need to practice positivity first. If you're in a doom and gloom mindset or feeling like you're never going to meet the right person, guess what? You won't. If you honestly believe and keep telling yourself that you're never going to meet the right person, you will not. You have to shift into a mindset of, I will meet someone in divine timing. I'll meet my soulmate. I'll meet the person who perfectly complements me. They will be imperfect. We all have imperfections, but there's someone for everyone, and you losing hope about that, or losing hope about the romantic connection that you're currently in, even if you know that they're your soulmate, but things just haven't been working lately. You need to work on things, okay? What part do you have to play in the relationship? It can't all be about the other person. Now, lastly, I'm just going to pull an animal totem card, and then I'm going to read out the description for you. And guys, I do offer personalized tarot readings as well as astrology readings, which you can find in the description box below. The eagle. Okay. Let me see. The eagle. All-pervading power, truth seeker, and transforms karma. The noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talents and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. When in balance, bright and radiant, challenges. When out of balance, controlling. To bring into balance, step into the unknown. Okay, Sagittarius, that's all I have for you for your tarot predictions for February 2021. Shortly after this video goes live, I will be posting my horoscope videos for Feb 2021 for all 12 zodiac signs. If you want to see those videos and more content from me, please subscribe to Cailin. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Enjoy your February 2021, and I will see you guys next month. Hi Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Risings. Welcome to your February 2021 tarot predictions. I'm going to start off with your oracle card, then I'm going to shuffle and pull some tarot cards. Achievement. Keep focused on your dream. Capricorns have been going through such a huge period of change and transformation, not just over the last 2.5 years, but also recently, now that we've had the new moon in Capricorn with the conjunction with Pluto. The next 6 months will be that of pivotal change for you guys. There'll be a powerful new beginning entering your life. I will be doing my horoscope videos for February, which will be coming out shortly after this video goes live. So make sure you subscribe to my channel if you want to check out what's in store for Feb. But let's take a look at your tarot cards. Okay, we've got the Fool. All right, as I said, brand new beginning, brand new journey. Now we have the Ace of Cups card and the Three of Pentacles card being reversed. So let's unpack this for you guys. Like I said, there's a new beginning. There's a new journey that you will be embarking on, and you're having misgivings about it. You're experiencing doubt. With the Ace of Cups card, it makes me wonder whether you've tried something new before, whether it's this new opportunity or this new life cycle. I see this as you weren't emotionally fulfilled, or you thought that it would make you feel a certain type of way and it didn't, and that kind of threw you off a bit. You know, you might have worked really hard at achieving something and you may have gotten there and been like, this isn't what I thought it was. Or you were just confused about, how you felt at the finish line. I don't see this as you being on the wrong path, Capricorn. I see this as you needing to shift your emotional state. Like I said, the last 2 and a bit years, maybe even 2.5 years, have been extremely challenging for Capricorn. And I feel like for many of you to have been able to get through it, I don't want to say unscathed, because I think that's not necessarily the case for all of you. You know, you were really battered about the last couple of years, but you had to shut down yourself at an emotional level. And now that this new beginning has cropped up, And we see the achievement card asking you to keep focused on your dreams. At an emotional level, you're going, but I don't feel excited. This isn't how it's meant to feel. That doesn't mean that you're on the wrong path, Capricorn. That means that we need to shift something at an emotional level. A releasing needs to take place so that you can find it in yourself to get excited again. I don't know what it's like to be a Capricorn, although I do have my North Node in Capricorn, and I see it as, you know, for Capricorns, it's not like a, yay, I'm excited. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a Capricorn sun, moon, or rising exhibit that kind of energy, unless of course you're also a Leo, but it's almost like a cold, hard determination and a steely look in your eye. And I feel like some of that may have ebbed away. It may have left you, and now it's left you being confused about the course that you're on or the path that you're on. Again, keep going with it. Keep being focused on your dream. There's a huge achievement here which needs to be celebrated, Capricorn. And I feel as though you achieved a milestone or a next step in your journey, and you didn't stop to smell the roses. You didn't stop to acknowledge the achievement. And that's the issue here, okay? You didn't allow yourself to be excited about how far you've come. You didn't allow yourself to, give yourself a pat on the back or indulge yourself. You know, you deserve to indulge yourself. Book a spa treatment, buy yourself some kind of luxury item, you know, whatever is within your means of what you can afford. Don't be stingy with yourself, Capricorn. I know you guys, I know my Capricorns. Don't be stingy with yourself. You need to indulge in self-care and self-love so that you can start to even feel things again. A lot of you are numb right now. You're numb to an opportunity which has presented itself, which you know at a deep level that you should be happy about and excited about. But it's because to get through the last couple of years or even more, you had to like put your emotions in a box, close a box, put it in a safety deposit box, compartmentalize it, and you're like, well, it's there now. I don't need to revisit that. You do though. You really do. Now I'm going to look at your astrology cards for some more context. We have the 4th house being reversed, the 4th house of I belong, which is my Cancer card, or one of my Cancer cards. We have Mercury, okay, and then we have the sextile, which is about harmony, empathy, integration, and cooperation. The 4th house, well, Cancer is the opposite sign to Capricorn, and the 4th house is really about your deepest emotions. So, you know, it's obviously no coincidence that this is showing up as you not acknowledging those for the sake of your ambitions and just plowing along steadily towards your, your goals and your dreams, okay? You're represented by the goat. I see you guys as going boop, 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 boop up the mountain, but, you know, you're not checking in on yourself along the way. You need to stop and think about how you are truly feeling. Now, with the Mercury card, I see this as you thinking too much, okay? You're not feeling, you're all up in here. But with this Mercury retrograde that is coming up, actually it's for pretty much the whole of February, okay? It goes direct on the 21st of February. So the period is 31 January to 21 February, but then you'll be in the post-shadow period of Mercury retrograde. So you will be reassessing how you feel about things. And this will be in the 2nd house of what you value. Yes, it's the financial house, but it's also your self-esteem, how you value yourself and how you treat yourself. So a lot of you will be reviewing the ways in which you may have mistreated yourself or overlooked the attention that you deserve to be putting on yourself and not just focusing on your financial situation and your career. Now we also have Traveler, move in a new direction. Absolutely, this is coming together with the Fool card. Keep going, take the next step, start the next chapter. Don't look back, as in don't question if you're on the right path, because you are. But sure, you know, you can look back at how you felt about certain situations. With my 3 of Pentacles card, In the reversed position, this is about apprenticeship, learning, being in like a collaborative situation in terms of work or any kind of business or even artistic endeavors, okay? And this card being reversed says to me that there's more study to be done, there's more learning which is required, but the Three of Pentacles card is also like a stop along the way for celebrating like a little achievement or a milestone. And it being reversed just reiterates to me that you didn't do that, that you didn't say, hey, I did great, go me, congrats to me, okay? You were like, no time to rest, I need to keep going. Don't do that. Look at this, give yourself a cherry, okay? Give yourself a little treat. You guys deserve it. You work hard. You're the hardest working sign of the zodiac. I say that freely. Now we have full moon eclipse, conclusions are within reach. The card was reversed. That does not mean that conclusions aren't within reach. It means that you didn't stop and do the introspective work long enough to reach the conclusion, okay? There's more information available to you and it's coming from within, all right? This isn't something that you're going to get from a friend or a partner. These are conclusions that you need to reach by yourself. Now, I have the break addiction card, all right? And it was reversed, okay? I see this as being addicted to work and being addicted to being productive, all right? You cannot be productive all day long, 24/7, well, obviously not 24/7. You can't be productive 7 days a week. It's simply not possible. I said this to one of the other signs and I'll say it to you as well. Resting is working. Jot that down. Resting is working because you do your best work when you are well rested. You're burning the candle at both ends, and this is what's got you into a state of not being able to actually fill your cup up, as shown by the Ace of Cups, and drink in this fulfilling, loving energy. Okay, the Ace of Cups card being reversed shows me that all of that water in your cup is flowing out of you. But the ace is an ace nonetheless. So this is an opportunity, okay? But there's an opportunity for you to look at the path that you're on with different eyes, which make you appreciative and which will allow you to embark on this new journey as shown by the Fool with excitement and vigor. Now, lastly, I'm going to pull an animal totem card for you, and then I'm going to read out the description from the handbook. Okay. I got the whale. I know I say this to a lot of groups, but you can't make this stuff up. The whale. Desire to delve deeper. Profound peace and ancient wisdom. The whale represents profound emotional health and stability. Whale personalities are not afraid of emotional expression or traversing difficult terrain, as they have overcome many challenges in their lives. These experiences have enriched them, given them stability, strength, and a depth that is rare. Whale energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication. We can depend on whale personalities when all else seems lost and trust them to be a beacon in our darkest hour. When in balance, calm, steady, and deeply compassionate. When out of balance, heavy and slips into old story. Get this. To bring into balance, regular self-care. Enough said, you guys. That's all I have for you for February 2021. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content from me, please subscribe to Cailin. As I said, personal readings for tarot and astrology are available. There are links below in the description box. Enjoy your February 2021, and I will see you guys next month. Hi Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Risings. Welcome to your February 2021 tarot predictions. I'm going to start off with your oracle card, then I'm going to shuffle some tarot cards and pull those ones. Now, I don't actually look at the oracle cards that are pre-selected. So it's all a mystery to me as much as it is to you. Intuitive communication, silent whispers of the heart. It's number 43, which 4 plus 3 equates to a 7. And this is a very spiritual and mystical number, Aquarius. So let's see what energies you may be encountering in the month of February. Okay. Wow. All right. So the cards, you can't see this now, but they've kind of fallen out at weird angles. First of all, I have the Four of Wands, which was reversed. Okay. And then I had the Queen of Swords come out sideways. And the Devil card, well, Devil card was pretty much reversed, but it was on an angle. It was kind of like this. So I'll just show that one to you. Okay. I feel as though you guys are a bit confused about a new opportunity to either move residence, okay, move home, purchase a property. It could even be about a proposal, whether that's an engagement, you know, a marriage proposal, or even someone asking you to be exclusive. There's something which would ordinarily be quite exciting, okay, like I said, you know, moving house or buying a property, starting a new relationship or taking your relationship to the next level, or even like a new work commitment, a new job. It is exciting in nature, okay? The Four of Wands is always something, you know, which is exciting and something to be celebrated. But the Queen of Swords card came out sideways. And this says to me that you are completely confused by something. Okay, usually the Queen of Swords knows exactly what she wants. Okay, you don't have to be female. It doesn't matter how you identify. This is just the energy of the card. The Queen of Swords normally has the clearest vision of what she wants than any other figure in the whole deck. When it's reversed, it can be about being angry or resentful, but sideways, honestly, I've never even seen this card come out sideways. So this to me says that you are literally completely undecided. It's almost like you've done pros and cons and you've come up with the same number of pros and cons. Or, you know, there's not even 1% difference of which way you're swinging. There's just this like, I feel so confused. I feel confused even doing this reading, okay? So with the Devil card coming out at an angle, and it was turning to upside down. It was turning to the reversed position, which is what I like to see, because when the Devil is upright, it's about the lies and illusions that we allow ourselves to believe and feel as though we're being trapped by something when it's really ourselves. When it's heading towards upside down, this is like you being on the precipice or right on the edge of understanding something which is going on for you at a much deeper level. All right, there's something which needs to be discovered here. There's a reason for your hesitation. There is a reason for your indecision. Again, we have intuitive communication, silent whispers of the heart. There's something going on with your heart chakra, with your heart space, where you are trying to think with your head too much and you're not actually honoring how you feel deep inside. I often see the Queen of Swords as being Aquarius in energy as it is. So I really feel like this is you not knowing where you stand with a material decision to be made, but it actually comes from not knowing where you stand on a certain situation and with yourself. There's a feeling of something not being resolved that you've kind of been teasing out and working through, but you're not quite there yet. Now let's add more context to the reading. I have I Surrender. Okay, this is the 12th house. And I also have Pluto. So Pluto is about transformation, but it's also a card which represents psychology and deep introspection. And the 12th house represents all of those things also. So this is doubling down on getting to the bottom of something, okay? Pluto represents things which are under the ground, things which are buried. The 12th house represents our subconscious and things which are hidden from us, but it also represents an opportunity to access a level of intuition which you have never experienced before. I'm hearing that a most profound level of intuition is accessible for you as long as you do more work, more thinking, not even thinking, more feeling, more understanding how you're feeling. Now, we've also got the High Priestess. Harness mystic power, okay? Absolutely, you need to delve into High Priestess energy, okay? This is about going to the depths of your emotions and your feelings and not shying away from that, not being hesitant to look at how you feel at a soul level and at an emotional level. As Aquarians, whether you're sun, moon, or risings, there is like this constant state of detachment that you are in with regard to your emotions and how you feel, because you see emotions. I mean, this is a general reading, okay? So take what resonates and leave what doesn't, but really at the crux of it, you see emotions and feelings as a very base level of being a human, okay? You feel like you are above that because you have intellect and you have, intellectual capabilities that surpass such base emotions as feelings, desires, and sadness. But that is why you're stuck. That's why you can't decide about whether to accept this proposal, whether to start this new job, whether to start your new business, which way to go in your relationships or your friendships, or any new journey in life. It could even be about retiring. It could be about adopting, whether that's adopting a child or adopting a pet. I just see this decision as being really big for you guys. It's not a small thing. And this is really just like disrupting you at such a deep level that you can't even explain why you don't even understand how you feel. It's like a very confounding, confusing feeling, even for me to digest this. New moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. Reversed, okay? This doesn't mean it doesn't lie ahead, but we see prosperity and abundance and new opportunities, an exciting new milestone being reversed because you don't know how you feel about it. But it's because you don't know how to feel. You don't know how to get in touch with these feelings because you've buried them really, really deep. And then we also have take positive action, and the card was reversed. See how this person is all alone and they're sitting in a bathtub, and strangely there's a sail, right? This is like a sail that you would see with a boat. I see this as you, because the card was reversed, I see this as you needing to spend time by yourself and to contemplate what this new decision or this new chapter in your life would entail for you. It's like the sail wants you to go on this new journey, but you're in a bath, you're not in a boat. And water always represents emotions and feelings. And sitting in a bath by yourself is you literally sitting with your emotions and your feelings and figuring out, well, how the hell do I actually feel? Now, lastly, I'm going to pull an animal totem card, and then I'm going to read the description in the handbook. Now, I do offer personalized astrology and tarot readings. If you want to book a reading, you can head to the description box below. I'll leave a little link there for you. Now, for your animal totem card, you got the hawk. So I'll read this one out for you. Watchful, all-seeing, and messenger of divinity. The sharp eyes of the hawk watch our every move. This keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail as well as the bigger picture. When this card appears, fate has its eyes on you and the winds are shifting. It is said that the hawk carries news upon its wings and is sent from divinity itself to deliver it. The message should not be taken lightly. Though it may seem small or insignificant, it will eventually redirect your course. When in balance, sees clearly and intuitive. When out of balance, sees too much and suspicious. To bring into balance, perspective shift. Well, Aries, that's all I have for you for February 2021. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content from me, please subscribe to Cailin. Shortly after this video goes live, I will be posting all 12 zodiac sign horoscopes for Feb 2021, so be sure to check those out. If you subscribe, you'll get a notification when those are released. So Aquarius, enjoy your February 2021, and I will see you guys next month. Hi Pisces, Sun, Moon and Risings. Welcome to your February 2021 tarot predictions. I'm going to start off with your oracle card before pulling some tarot cards for you. But before I do, I just want to let you guys know that this time I did not film your reading last. Even though it's shown as the last one in the timestamps, I'm filming this one right after Libra, and I feel like you guys always get the Cailin, which is a little bit tired at the end. So I just want to let you know that I'm feeling really fresh for your reading, and I hope it shows. Okay, we have Zen Garden, Inner Sanctuary. This is the most perfect card for Pisces because I feel like your mind in general is just your own inner sanctuary. So let's take a look at what kind of energies you may encounter for February. We've already got 2 cards. All right. Coming out. Oh, no, that's too many. Okay. You know what? I'm going to honor that there are 4 cards here rather than 3. Oh, okay. This is a lot to unpack. But you have the 10 of Pentacles, and that was actually the first card that came out, and that is upright. So you really are going to get your Zen garden. You are going to get your inner sanctuary, and for some of you, this may be an outer sanctuary as well. Now, the next 3 cards were reversed, but I will show them to you in the upright position just so you can have a look. So we have the 3 of Swords here, together with the Emperor, and then we have the Chariot card as well. Okay, so Pisces, you are getting over some kind of heartbreak, okay? I'm happy to see that the 3 of Swords card was reversed. So there is a healing which is taking place, and I feel like a lot of you have been doing some very deep introspective work. You've been doing a lot of personal growth type of activities, whether that's meditation, journaling, speaking to a psychologist or a therapist or even a loved one. And I see that a lot of you are also getting into tarot and astrology and things which are of a spiritual or an occult nature. And this is allowing you to really dig deep and ask some very confronting and difficult questions. And I feel like what is coming up for you is reflected by the Emperor and the Chariot cards, which were reversed. With the Emperor card being reversed, this is showing me that you are realizing that you have been under someone else's thumb or pandering to other people's power trips or guilt trips. And I see that you're trying to find a way to break out of this cycle, and that a lot of you are realizing that you're not stuck, okay? With the Chariot card being reversed, this speaks about movement, wanting to move, a transition period, and in the reversed position, it's a feeling of stuckishness, okay? Like you were trapped or you can't go anywhere, or that that things are not moving along as quickly as you want them to, okay? There's certainly an element of impatience here, but I feel like you guys are getting to a point where you're realizing now that, you know, you have more control than you think. The Emperor card is my Aries card, and for Pisces, Aries energy is quite difficult to embrace unless, of course, you have other planets or placements in Aries. So this is all about taking control and letting go of a victim mindset or mentality. That's not to say that you guys are playing the victim or that you guys are martyrs. This is more about realizing that life isn't happening to you, life is happening for you. And with the Chariot card being in reverse, you're finally coming to the conclusion that you have been in the back seat of your own car or vehicle, which is leading you on the path to your destiny. Okay, you've let other people be in the driver's seat, but this isn't going to happen for you any longer. With this moon being represented here, and this crow is flying away from a lightning storm. Now that you are watching this video and you have more conscious awareness as to the energies that you may encounter, you now have more control. The danger of the Chariot or this crow being in the reversed energy is getting stuck in the storm and feeling like you can't see clearly and that it's all doom and gloom. Okay, with the thunder and lightning storm, it is a bit scary. In February, there will be a lot of change, especially around the middle of the month, but you have a chance to fly above it. And I feel as though a month from the time that you watch this video, it doesn't matter if you watch it on the 1st of Feb or on the last day of February, time is fluid. In this instance, a month from now, you will be soaring above these clouds and you will have surpassed a very difficult situation, which leads me to the 10 of Pentacles. Abundance awaits you. A sanctuary or an oasis awaits you. These are cards of growth, fertility, and abundance. And the 10 of Pentacles is the ultimate card for abundance and prosperity and material growth and gain. Once you start taking accountability for your actions in your life and not feeling as though things are happening to you, that is when you'll be able to really be in control of parts of your life which you have let sort of wash you around in an ocean. I kind of feel like you guys got stuck in a rip out at sea, and instead of swimming across it, which is what you're meant to do in a rip, you're going against it. So you've really been stuck in this storm energy and trying to, go through things head on, but with your eyes down and not looking at the situation. There's definitely a chance for you to take a different approach. Okay, so 3 cards came out for your astrology cards. I have the full moon, the vertex card, and the Cassimi card. So we have this, the text here saying in the heart, full moon is an energy peak, a harvest, blessings and achievement, and the vertex is a karmic point and a fated connection, but also a turning point. So certainly you guys will be hitting a turning point. And with my astrology cards, none of these are about other people. Okay, we don't see any houses here. I don't see any planets or any of the astrology signs. I just see that this is about you being at the heart center. And it's interesting that so much green is showing up in this reading. I'm even wearing green, obviously. And this is all about the heart space and following your heart and not allowing other people to take your power away from you. Now, your other oracle cards, I have the Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect. This goes without saying, this whole first half of the reading has been about reflection, and certainly just bear in mind, Pisces, that everyone that you meet is a mirror. Anytime that you encounter someone who rubs you the wrong way, this is like a turning point or a connection which allows you to say, why am I triggered by this? Why does this person bug me so much? It could be that they're not even doing anything that's rude or inconsiderate. Something about them really annoys you. And on the one hand, it could be that, how they are acting out their life bums you out because you're like, look how in control they are. Look how confident they are. They just come across as obnoxious or arrogant. But then, you know, the flip side of that with the mirror guardian, with the mirror guardian here is, well, how passive am I being? If they're being assertive and it's bumming me out, maybe I need to look at my own passivity and the ways in which I allow things to happen to me rather than the things that I can take and exert my control over. Now we also have the full moon in Leo card. Don't let pride get in your way. Pisces energy prides itself on not being an imposition, on not annoying people, and on not, you know, like going against the flow, okay? Pisces are very go with the flow, but a huge part of this comes from a place of pride. I don't want to assert myself. I don't want to disrupt this persona that I've curated of being a friendly, easygoing person. You know, staking my claim or putting my foot down is going to disrupt how people view me as being this like nice, easygoing person. And it is a prideful point of view where you like how people perceive you as being the nice person, as being the friendly, approachable person. But, you know, this ties back into the Emperor card, which was reversed, okay? And this is, you know, literally willfully giving away your power, which is not what we want to do. Now, we also have the Show Some Self-Respect card. Wow. That's a really hard one to swallow. But it's true. Asserting yourself in situations, at work, in relationships, with friends, with people, is showing self-respect. The opposite is cowardice. I know that's a very hard message to hear. It's a hard message to digest. But just ponder it. I mean it in the nicest way possible. Pisces is one of my favorite signs. I love Pisces, okay? I love you guys. I say this with love and the hope that you will experience a healing and a blessing from this reading and from this message. Now, lastly, I'm going to pull an animal totem card, and then I'm going to read out the description from the handbook. And look at that. The cards don't want to come now. Cards have been a little bit offended. More like maybe you guys are a little bit offended by that. And if that's the case, I'm sorry. But it was a message that needed to be said. Okay, so you got the earthworm. Shy, hesitant, and reluctant to share inner vision. We have all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or a novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it, a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. When in balance, earnest, intelligent, and valuable. When out of balance, self-conscious and apprehensive. This is the crazy part, guys. To bring into balance, risk embarrassment, speak up. Okay, the cards agree with me. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please hit the like button. If you'd like to see more content from me, please subscribe to Cailin. I do offer personalized readings as well for tarot and astrology readings, and I'll be putting out horoscope videos for February 2021 shortly after this video goes up. Enjoy your February, and I will see you guys next month.